Hello, this is Zeke777, and welcome back to Ars Nouveau. Last week, we went to the end and got a whole bunch of stuff. We upgraded our armor to tier 3 finally, but we don't have a upgraded spellbook yet. Today, this week, there's a couple things I'd like to do. First off is some work around the base, namely these guys here. I've got a whole bunch of villagers that I've been adding up here. I want to get some better deals. 16 source berries for an emerald. I think we can do a little bit better than that, don't you? Other than that, I would like to get our our book upgraded as well to the tier 3 Archmage spellbook. There's a couple things we'll need with that. If I open my inventory between episodes here, nope, I put it over here. Between episodes, I did some exploring in the overworld here. I was mostly looking around for some artifacts over here, specifically some shoes that'll add step assist, because the Starbuncle 3 thread, it's nice, but we're going to get rid of that today. I'm thinking I want the Totem of Undying version instead for the tier 3 slot. Yeah, so that is going to need some Totems of Undying. What we have here is, while I was exploring, I found a few of these towers. If you remember, we had a pillager tower over here. What you didn't see is, before I even had gotten here, is at the very top there was an arch evoker. From what I can tell, I'm assuming, since he's part evoker, that he probably has some Totems of Undying. I haven't killed him yet. I don't think I'm going to kill him. We also found a Vindicator in that tower as well. Other than that, everything else here is pretty standard. I found a Pyromancer, not sure what he does, and a Priest from Iron's spells. I'm not really sure what he does either. I figure I'll let a Drigme figure that out instead of myself. So that's one thing we can do. The other thing is the old-fashioned way of starting a raid. We have a village over there. I think I might go and find a better place. Maybe this little area over here looks flat enough that it might be useful. Otherwise, there's an island down here. Basically did this whole loop between episodes here. Found there's a tower right here, here, and here. I think this one was already, someone already killed the evoker from that one. So yeah, we got a lot to do. Let's go ahead and figure out, what do I want to do first? Do I want spellbook or do I want villagers? Well, as nice as it is to have a level 3 book, I think I'm actually going to not do that yet. The reason for that is having villagers is extremely useful. Having villagers with good trades is even more useful. What I'm doing right now, for instance, is combining all these books that I just bought over there with my librarians. So let's do a few more. Boost and Unbreaking, that needs 7 levels. I've got quite a few levels in this, so no big deal there. Do that. Cool. Now let's grab all of our armor and put it on here as well. Like I said, having villagers is going to be a big thing. I don't have Unbreaking on any of these. I don't have Mending. I just have some protection that I got on here over at Zachrus's place. This one has Unbreaking on it, which is useful, but for the most part, just getting regen and boost is going to be it's going to be big. For instance, I was just trying to dig, and just even digging is a little more trouble than it needs to be. So having extra mana, always useful. Let's go ahead and put that on here. Level 10, you are also going to need a level 10. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there we go. And the last couple on here. Okay, so like I said, villagers. What are we going to do? We are going to make a villager training hall and trading as well, but mostly it's going to be, oh, this one already has Unbreaking. Oh well. Level 14. Basically, we have a quick way of getting these guys to give us good trades. Wow, I am so slow. That's how slow we walk. Let's put that back on. There we go, much better. These guys here, they're expensive, but what we can get is one of you, I think one of you anyway, had a tablet of restoration. No containment. Okay, no one has restoration. That's fine. We'll get one for you. Let's go over here. We've got a place kind of set out. Let's go ahead and turn on regular flight. There we go. Over here, I'm clearing this out, and what I want to do is set up an area where they will just constantly be turned into zombies and get healed up again. Basically, the plan is the restoration ritual. It'll hurt regular zombies, so I'll have them outside of range of that. You are not part of this party. We'll have the zombie sitting outside the range and the villager sitting just inside. We'll have a spot that we'll put down his jar. And basically we just need to wait about 30 seconds and then put him back in a jar and we're done. He'll be cheap trades. So that'll be awesome for the Ars Nouveau traders, because then I can buy things like Starbuncle shards, which I don't have any of, or Rixie shards. That'll basically allow us to open up auto-crafting capabilities once we get that going. So I think I'm going to go ahead and finish doing all of this. The extra mana is definitely helpful. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and clear this out and get a small little area set up so we can get started with our villager testing. And as luck would have it, as I'm clearing this out, this guy here decided to join us. You can go ahead and step down into that hole, thank you. His hat is going to burn off eventually, so I'll have to keep an eye on him. But basically, that sword he's holding, I gave it to him. He's able to hold items, which means we can go ahead and give him a much better sword. So once that helmet breaks, he'll start burning. We should probably put water under there. Clear. Let's do touch and conjure water. Cool. I'm going to wait until he starts burning for that. Alrighty, Mr. Villager Trainer, your hat just broke. Let's give you a shiny new hat. Perfect. Now that he has that hat, that's an unbreakable hat basically, so he can be out in the sun all day. It won't matter. He's name tagged, so he's not going anywhere. I can't heal him just yet. That's a level 3 spell. I want to say it's called Phantom Grasp or something. Yes. Basically, this acts as heals small amount of health to undead. Perfect. So this guy here, you are going to be the star of the show in a bit. I wasn't actually ready for you yet. And until I am ready, we're going to go ahead and just kind of store you for later. Cool. Alright, so I've been tinkering around with this. Here's the general idea. Down here, we have a jar with our trainer, Mr. Zombie. Over here we have a couple of rituals. We'll get to those in a second. But basically, the important one is this is a tablet of restoration. It's currently linked to this one. I don't need to use the relay, but I just kind of wanted to have things more out of the way so it's more open in here. But suffice to say, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Restoration can reach this spot, but not this spot. It's pretty important to do that because if the zombie happens to walk into that range, he's going to immediately start taking damage. And I still need to heal him. The villager is going to go in this area. Now, the problem I'm having is I would like to be able to make this fully automatic. And by that, I mean we place down our jar, it automatically gets dispelled, he pops up here, starts going through training, and then I press a button, and the button will then enable this guy here, the tablet of containment, to pick him up and put him back in the jar. That's the idea. The problem is everything is too close. So the containment here, even if I'll link it up to this relay or something, I'll figure out where it goes is the problem. This jar ends up taking our zombie. I don't want him to take the zombie. The jar is within range. The jar over here is not, so it ends up just taking the zombie. For some reason, it's targeting that one first. I don't know why. Zachary says that the containment jars have a range of 3 blocks. It's kind of a weird thing. The way this ritual works is if you have a jar, I don't have a jar on me, so we'll pretend that this glass is a jar. When you place it down, it's not so much the ritual itself. The jar has to be within range of the ritual. That's pretty straightforward. But then it's the jar that needs to be close to the mob or the item or whatever. So it'd go 1, 2, 3 blocks and you'll be able to capture something from here. If I were to put something right here, nothing's going to get picked up unless this jar would be placed a little bit closer to it. It's kind of a weird situation, but basically it means that what I wanted is going to be a little bit more of a pain. Like I said, my plan was to be able to just pop down a jar, have it automatically get dispelled, pop out, go over here, start getting training, and all I need to do is hit a single button, don't have to break any blocks, don't have to do anything, it'll just automatically go back in. I think it's going to be a bit more than that. Like I said, I was tinkering around with this, and one of the plans that I had was basically put the jar over here, and then have like a water stream bring him over. So I was trying that. It kept getting, whenever it'd get hit by the zombie, it would just get knocked back into the water, So I'd have to have it drop it down. It gets messy. I don't like messy. So I'm going to play around with this and see if I can come up with a way to make this work nicely for me. I suppose I should actually show this thing off and how it works. So let's go ahead and dispel our zombie. Hello there. Dispel our villager. And basically what's going to happen is he'll take damage. He'll have a better sword. Turns into that. And immediately heals. And as long as I'm close enough, I will get the credit for that heal. And it kind of goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Pretty much forever. And if I were to right click him here, he's down to 6. There we go. And down to 1 paper. Not a bad little trade. So that works. Let's get healed one last time. Pop you in here. Let's pop you in here. There we go. Takes a couple times. Again, circuit's not perfect. I need to figure out how to do these. And as you'll notice, the zombie is in that one and our villager is over here. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get some emeralds. Thank you. Well, we have a working system here. I'm not sure if I like it or if I want to make it a little bit neater, maybe put it into the wall or something. I'm not sure. Right now it takes up the whole area. But we have Mr. Shady Wizard here, who currently is asking the extortionate price of 2 emeralds per Starbuncle shard, and that just won't do. So what we're going to do is we're going to blow up. Cool, that works. Thank you. I'm glad that was not near this. Anyone else on the map? No. Nice. Okay, cool. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. As I was saying, we're going to take our Shady Wizard and we're going to pop him right here. It automatically dispels him, pops him out here, and starts with his training session. So he is now cured. He's probably down to 1 at this point. Press the button, and he gets pulled in here. Circuit on this is pretty simple. It's just a pulse repeater, which is a fancy way of saying take the signal, and by having these repeaters power a block, the block is powering this redstone. So when you press it, basically it just makes it a really long signal over there to turn off our containment tablet, which puts him back in here. I had to have it be this far away. It's 6 blocks here is the magic number. If I have this jar 1 block closer, what tends to happen is it'll start containing our villager trainer here at the point, and yeah, so it'll put him in a jar instead of putting our villager back in his jar. So basically what we've got is a system. We can pop it down and it will just simply work. Now you may have heard it there. It does cast another dispel each time I pick up this because the observer is detecting a change. It's just observer into a block. Block is powering that. Pretty simple. And this is just a touch dispel. It works. It's messy though. Maybe it'll look fine once I put a floor on it and get rid of this big hole. And with a few splitters set up here, we've got one inside there going to that post. One then that goes to over here. This can send down there, and that is just always going to be full of source. Don't need to worry anymore. And similarly, we can set up the same system over here to link this. There we go. And while we're here, I actually wanted to go over this. This is a new change. We were able to get this updated. Thank you, Bailey. Basically now the display cases can properly read the storages that are bigger than 64 in any slot. So our display case here can read it is emitting at greater than 1024, which means everything here is just going to work perfectly fine. Deep slate, if I, let's throw the rest of this stuff in here. If I grab out this, starts up and running. I suppose one thing I should point out with this villager converter is this does require your server or single player world to be on hard mode. If it's on easy mode or medium, then there's a chance that each time they are converted, they will just simply die. So make sure you're on hard. We are on hard here, basically so we can always do the villager conversion process. But let's see this guy, he is happy, perfect. Let's let him do one more. Cool, and go back to storage. Of course, all my guys are going to be red now. Oh well, let's get some emeralds from you. And reactive 3 for 1 emerald. Not too shabby. Alrighty, the next thing on our list, having got our villagers set up over there with their training facility, is we have a villager in our chest, or inventory rather, a composter, because everyone needs a job, and we have Bad Omen. We have Bad Omen because, well, we have a pillager tower over there, and turns out it spawns the captains, which if you kill them manually, you get Bad Omen. So, that is everything we need. I suppose we could just go to this village here. I kind of don't want to use an actual village for this. We could use this kind of meadows area, or Zachrus's converted meadow, or, it's flatter over here. Let's just go over there. That's slightly south this way. Fly down here. Still need to sort out why my computer hitches every so often as I'm crossing borders, but we will see that. Alrighty, we have a lovely little grass area here. Perfect, some cows, cool. They probably won't survive. Let's go ahead and make a little bunker. I think that's perfect. We can put you right there. Let's get some light in place. Cool. And we're just going to cap you off. Like so. And say, hello there, you now have a new job. And, oh look, a raid. Huh, how did that happen? You stay in there. Okay. Where exactly are our new friends? I suppose it's waiting for the raid to actually start. Let us see. Okay, over here on the map, looks like we've found them. Cool. Hello there, everyone. We have a new toy that we've been working on. We have a shadow glaive. This was something we found in the end there. It's not the most impressive, but it's kind of fun. It bounces between things, so if they're close enough, there we go, it can bounce between them all. It's kind of fun, and each time you use it, it trains it a little bit and levels it up. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go through this raid, kind of vanilla style. I'm just going to kill everything, and I'm not going to bother with, hello there. I'm not going to bother capturing anyone. We have a Vindicator in storage. What did that just increase? I'll look at that later. Thorns. No, not thorns. Tough. Okay, tough. Okay, cool. Just increase that. Let's see. More friends over here. We're not going to put anything in jars. We have a, like I said, we have a Vindicator. We don't have an Evoker. We have an Arch Evoker, but as it turns out, I looked at their drop table. They don't actually have totems. So I'm just going to kill these guys manually if I can find them. This direction, which means they are probably in a cave below us. Of course they are. Where are you? We have light for this. We're just gonna kill you manually. Easy enough. Cool. Well, see you next round. We might do another raid later on to actually capture one of these guys. The Evoker. Or maybe, do I have everything on me for that? Got containment jars. Don't need a source jar. Did I put all my pedestals back? I think I did put all my ritual braziers back, so... Okay, can't do that. We'll just do it this way. I do have looting on my sword, so... Although I think Evokers are 100% drop rate anyway, so not a big deal on that. Right, I don't have... I did have some containment rituals in here earlier. No, I threw those in storage. Okay, oh well. We will come back later for them. Cool. Next round. Interesting. A necromancer from Eidolon. I might actually want to capture you. I don't have a necromancer yet. You're not part of this. And then looks like a regular evoker up here. Hello there. You can go away. Cool. First totem. Oh, you're going to count as the raid, aren't you? Go away, Vex. Necromancer doesn't seem to mind me. That's good to know. I don't really have a way of dealing with him besides just, killing him. The reason I don't want to kill him is because the Eidolon bosses do have kind of some extra drops. Actually, you know what? As I'm thinking about this, the fact that I was able to get one of these means I can get more. So that works. This one. Gold backpack? No, diamond backpack. Put you in there. Okay, let's store everything. Cool. And we will take a look at that later. Where's everyone? Way over here. Cool. And I think this is the last round. Do I have any good food here? Let's grab one of these. This should give us not enough to eat. Cool. Never mind. And I'm guessing over here. Yep. Is there another evoker anywhere? Over here. Sorry, cow. Whole bunch of totems though, so we should be good on that actually. I didn't really want to put an evoker into a Drigme farm anyway, just because you end up getting a ton of them. A ton of totems, and I don't really need that many, just a few. Another necromancer. And it looks like at least my main concern was I wanted to get rid of all the Vexes because those will actually go through walls and potentially hurt our little villager down there, which I want to avoid that. Hey, there we go. Hero of the village. We've successfully defended. Let's grab our sleeping bag. Where are you? Did not put you in here. Where did I put my sleeping bag? Go away, spider. Alright, well, we got our totems at least. And we shall leave that farmer there to found a new village, and perhaps it'll grow up one day to be a thriving community. Probably not, but let's head home. And I think the last thing on our list is we need the Wilden tribute. So that is going to be the next stage on our journey to get the upgraded spellbook. Let's go ahead, and while we're here, we've got quite a few of these guys. I would like to turn one of you into a thread evoker trophy. Let's see. We need, for Thread of Undying, Phantom Membrane, 2 Abjuration, and the totem itself. So, Ab, 2 Abjuration, Phantom, and Thread, which we have plenty of. Perfect. Grab one you, those, and that. And this would have actually been pretty handy. I didn't die during that. I do want to point that out. I did not die, but it did get a little close at some point. So, by grabbing that, we can swap out the Feather 3 book here. Is it Feather 3 that I want? Yeah, Feather. So we'll swap that out, put that down to Feather 1. Thief. Thread of Undying. Let's grab our pants, pop this on here. Cool. Take off both of you. We want Undying, and then doesn't really matter between these. Cool. There we go. Equip that. And now, once a day, we will be able to basically take, full damage to kill ourselves, and it'll actually then work for, it's just a Thread of Undying, or a Totem of Undying, rather. So basically, once a day, it'll be full regeneration, all that fun stuff, just in case something were to happen that we wouldn't want. So very useful to have, just as a good thing to kind of, if I get forgetful and don't really pay attention to what's going on, it can sometimes quite literally save our lives. So let's go ahead and throw everything in here. I don't need any of this at the moment. And don't need the saddles. Can probably just toss those. We'll keep the deep slate. I had that for building purposes. Lots of banners. I don't actually need those. Grab these. We'll just clear everything. Cool. Speaking of friends that it'd be good to have quite a few of available, we're just going to put down some jars here. We're going to go pick up our ritual over here. What I've been doing is I've been capturing every one of these guys that I see because, well, it's useful to have them sometimes. I don't think he has anything too interesting as far as trades, but we'll see. Pop that down, grabs everyone, and grab the donkey as well. You know what? That's fine. Take that one. What? Odd. There should be another lead here. Okay. I'd planned for the leads to get captured, but I wanted to make sure that I got the llamas and the trader specifically. We've got kelp. That's somewhat handy. Cactus is a good thing to have because we don't have that available. And the rest of this, could take it or leave it, but sometimes useful to have those guys. You shall make a fine addition to my collection. And we now find ourselves coming full circle. Remember these guys? The librarians and villagers, specifically Unbreaking. We're going to grab one of you. We have a reactive 3. We don't technically need that at the moment, but this guy right here, a tablet of Summon Wilden. I'm going to grab, I'm going to grab all of these that it'll let me. 13, okay. Normally these are only 4, so it's not that big of a discount, but, every little bit helps. Got those. Now we've got Unbreaking, Reactive. I've got Mending Villager here as well. I don't think I have dropped his prices yet. Reactive, Mending. 9, not too bad. We'll grab that. Let's head over to our stack of anvils here, and let's combine all these. There's probably a best way to do this, but I also don't care. So we can put that there and that there, and we need to upgrade this lowly vanilla shield into something a little bit more interesting. Top over here. Get stuck behind everything. Hello there. One there, and 2 gem blocks. Go ahead, pop you in, and we'll be back once that's done. We have ourselves an enchanter's shield. We can put that in our offhand. Looks really nice. Cool. On its own, it's actually pretty useful. It is just a regular shield, of course, so it can block things like melee attacks or arrows or anything like that. However, it also, on a hit, or a block rather, it will give you mana regen and spell damage increase. But that's not all. Because we have Ars Elemental installed, this reactive book here, it becomes a bit more interesting. Reactive on a enchanter's shield normally doesn't really do much. You can put reactive on just about anything. In fact, I have it on my enchanter's eye here. Reactive, if I left click, it will cast the spell. In this case, it's reactive level 3, so it's a 75% chance to cast it. So left click gets me my ender chest, right click gets me my main storage. But if I have it on a shield, it's not that useful usually, because you don't usually left click with a shield. Let's go ahead and grab our experience here. I think I needed level 25, it said. 25, there we go. However, with Ars Elemental installed, Reactive 3 is actually reworked such that if you block a hit, it will cast a spell. So, yeah, again, Ars Elemental adds that capability. It's not native. I don't actually know what spell I want to add to this yet. Maybe just something as simple as, like, self-heal or something. You know what, let's take a look. We could set up a spell that does a self... Dispel could be useful, but I don't think we're going to be getting any status effects on us, so I'm not too concerned about that. Mage Light gets us some night vision. Could be useful, why not? Let's see. Animate. That could be interesting. We could make it so that instead of self, if we had touch sensitive, it could create something in front of us. So if we take a hit, then we could have it create a wall of mage blocks, for instance. That could be kind of an interesting thing. I guess the usual would be a heal spell. Do we even have heal? As it turns out, no, we do not have heal. So, tier 2 here, let's grab, not charm, it's a different heart-shaped one. Alphabetical order here, come on, where are you? A, F, G, H, here we go. Abjuration and Golden Apple. I think we've got all those. Not enough XP. Of course, we have it all stored into a book right here from Blood Magic. Very handy. I think I need 5 levels or 10 for that. I can never remember. 5. Okay, cool. So that, I think, has everything. Do we have a Golden Apple in there already? Yes, we do. Cool. Thank you. Right click that to learn, and let's hop up. Nope, need to go back down here. In order to apply reactive, need to go into our storage. Here, grab a parchment. Doesn't really matter which of these I use. I'll just use that one, why not? And we can call this one shielding. We don't actually have a shield spell, so oh well. Self, Mage Light, and heal I think will be sufficient for this. I just want a regular heal. I don't want to add any amplifies on this because it's going to happen pretty much every time I block. So I don't want to have it be something that's crazy expensive. Right click that. We have our shielding spell parchment. Cool. And since we already have reactive on here, we don't have to do the application recipe. We just have to do the update recipe. So spell parchment with our spell, with the item into the apparatus itself. Mr. Starbuncle here is probably going to take it the instant it's done. That's okay. Yep. Cool. And we have this. Mana cost 45. I think that is taking into account our discount rings. I can't quite remember. But basically, now if we block, it will start healing ourselves, which isn't too bad. Alright, we are back at our little peninsula here of raids and such. And let's go ahead and place down a ritual brazier. And what we're going to do, actually, is we're going to do this in a couple steps. We're going to do 2 of you, actually. We want a tablet of containment, tablet of Wilden summon Wilden, rather. We'll put the containment here. And let's grab a source jar. We're going to need that. Source jar is not needed for the Wilden, but it will be needed to continually capture new mobs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab these guys. Containment is running. Cool. Wilden on its own is just going to summon Wilden. So pretty simple. That was a containment, wasn't it? Of course it was. Pretty cute, because I don't need that. I'm not too worried about the cost of these. I have these from villagers, so easy enough. Summon Wilden. Containment, yes, summon Wilden. Right click you. Like I said, on its own, it's just going to summon actual individual Wilden. Or not individual, it's going to summon quite a few. Let's grab... Cool, I would like... Alright, we've got 1 of each of them. Works well for us. And you, my friend, need to be captured as well. Let's grab... Perfect, 1 of each. You're a little excited there, wagging your tail. That's okay. We'll pick these guys up. And did we get 1 of everything? No. Because the only one of those I captured. Okay, easy enough. Let's throw another summon Wilden in. Right click you. And just kill everything this time. Okay, perfect. We have ourselves Wilden spikes, wings, and horns, and specifically at least 2 of these. And the reason for that is because I think it'd be fun to have one of these guys. So we're going to put down, we'll put the jar down later. Let's get this started. Not containment this time. We would like Wilden. Okay, cool. Put those in. 1 of each of these. And it is ready for activation. At this point, what we're going to do is we're going to plop down a containment jar. Right click you. Grab more jars just in case. Hello there. I would like to capture the big guy. Perfect. Hello there, my friend. Into the inventory you go, and let's do that again, but we'll actually fight him this time. Alrighty, 1 horn, spike, and a wing, and ready to activate you. Don't need you on the hotbar, might as well grab you. And here we go. So, harm spell ready. And I'm just gonna kinda not do anything too interesting here. We can block there, you can see it gave us our night vision. It's a 75% chance of it happening, which is easy enough. Cool. And should be a fairly straightforward fight. Although it is going to start draining my mana a little too fast. It's not the hardest hitting little spike thingy here, but it works. I don't have a enchanter's sword here. Hello there. Come on. Cool. Thanks for the full heal. Pretty simple fight. I've found that the easiest way to fight this guy is just with a sword and shield. Even without the reactive on here, it still is pretty effective. Cool. Spikes. Okay, I can deal with spikes. You can't block them. In fact, let's grab this, because those do hit. Grab... I think this has Mendostine on it. And we'll just fight. Easy enough. It's not too difficult of a battle as long as you don't get the wings. The trick is when you get the wing stage, just be sure to get ready to block. Cool. And you guys can go away. Easy enough. We got our first Wilden tribute. Hello there, my friend. You actually are conveniently located right here by where I got these. You will come in handy later. Thank you. And here we are back at base, and we are almost done with what we need to get done today, and that is Mage's Spellbook. Let's hit you on there, and let's go ahead and fill it in. You go there, Tribute goes there, that goes there, and hold up. I forgot something. That is a missing piece. We still need one of those. That is a nether star. So we are going to need, I have two. Is there a way to craft these from anything that I might have? Short answer is no. You probably require a chalk that I don't have. Okay. False alarm, everyone. We still have one more step to do, and that takes us over here to the nether. We need to get ourselves one more wither skull, and then we can finally upgrade our spellbook. Missed. Here in the nether, we've got a little kind of interesting spot. It's kind of modeled after a vanilla guardian farm. I don't really know what mod adds this, but what I do know, and I didn't until Waveclaw pointed out, is that, yeah, it spawns these guys, wither skeletons. Now, one thing is, I don't know whether or not they need red nether brick or just regular nether brick in order to spawn. What I've been doing is I've been kind of just flattening off the area so it's a little bit easier to get around and all that fun stuff. But they do occasionally appear here. At some point we could probably make this into an actual proper farm, but at the moment we've got at least 4 skulls, so that is actually good enough for us. I might try to get 6 maybe, we'll see how long it'll take. Like I said, flattening off the top here, I don't know if it needs to be the regular, because I know like with certain fortress farms, you do need it to be specifically nether bricks because it has to be the actual fortress material. So I don't know if maybe this isn't working for spawning the wither skeletons or not. I don't really know. What I do know is it's somewhat working, so it's working good enough. We can at least walk around and get these guys. Just have to deal with the occasional ghast. And unfortunately, my spell here does not work to deflect that. Good to know. That was supposed to be a leap spell, thank you. Unfortunately, my attack spell is a short range because it uses Ray. I think I've got Ray AoE on it, so it can go a little bit further. But yeah, not too good for picking these guys off from afar. Well, I could make one that is. We find ourselves back in the end, and that is because underneath the portal here, we have a little area set up. It's fancy. And basically what we're going to do here is, hold up, I need to figure out if this lines up. Okay, so it needs to be here is the base. I should probably get rid of that last block. There, and then 3 wither skeleton skulls later, we have ourselves a wither. We should probably back up for this. Harm spell? Sword. We'll just use a sword. Cool. Seems to be properly stuck, so we'll just go ahead and kill him off real quick. Not a difficult fight, especially if you do it this way. I just didn't feel like doing a big fight in the overworld where a bunch of stuff would get destroyed, when this works just fine. Cool, unlocked with their identity and our nether star. Perfect, let's head home. Hey look, we beat the game. And we're back. So, let's, I think I had everything set up in here already, didn't I? Not yet, okay. Let's hit U on that, grab our spellbook, and everything goes in here except the book itself and the Wilden tribute right here. Perfect. You go there, and you go here. And with that, we have ourselves the Archmage spellbook. We can now access tier 3 spells, which is pretty interesting. There isn't, well, I say it's pretty interesting. There's a few things I want from this. One is Split. That's one that I've been wanting for a while because it can do some cool stuff with crossbows. Blink is a very useful one. Propagate homing, I don't particularly need, but it's an interesting one. Burst. Burst is a big one that I wanted. Burst basically is spheres, so I can use that for some terraforming projects. Linger, of course, is very powerful, so we'll use that one. And Wall. That's kind of about it as far as things that I would be interested in doing things with at the moment. Glide, we already have that with our wings anyway. Lifelink has some fun stuff. There's some interesting things you can do with that one. Basically, to never die. Some decoy, that's a good one too. I do want to get a decoy in a jar. What does it take to get a decoy? I think I don't have enough armor stands. Go ahead and do stand. And I might have the blocks for this. No, I don't. Put you in there. Grab that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll grab a few of these guys. Toss you all on. Perfect. And while we're waiting for that, let's grab a containment jar. Summon decoy. Cool. And like I said, I want to plop you down and let's do a quick touch. Decoy. Summon decoy. There we go. And doesn't really matter the name. Plop you there. Hello there. And now we have a mini-me. And the cool thing about these is you can see he's currently holding a jar. If I put it right there, hello there, it will hold whatever I'm holding. That's kind of cool. Alrighty, well, we got our tier 3 book. We got some other stuff done here on the base, and I'm happy with what we've gotten done today. So, next week, we are going to work on some actual base automation, get a few more buildings built around here, because I keep calling it a city, and it's hard to be a city with only one building. So, with that, oh, he doesn't actually wave. Can't make him wave. Okay, well, with that, I will see you later, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.